To the organizers, my fellow presenters, distinguished participants, and guests, Assalamu alaikum and good day to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank Abrar Global Secretariat for inviting me and accepting my participation as online presenter in this very prestigious conference. The title of my presentation is Leadership Style, Pattern, and Job Performance of Muslim Women Managers in Marawi City, Philippines. Marawi City is one of the local government units under the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. At the outset, I wish to present to you a very brief background regarding my topic that is specifically focused on Muslim woman leadership style. For a better appreciation of my presentation, I would like to describe to you the current status of women participation in governance, politics, and business, especially in the Philippines. More importantly, many studies, especially in Muslim countries, have shown that women are still underrepresented in leadership roles in corporations, institutions of higher education, and the political sector, especially in light of the changing population demographics. In the case of Muslim women, it has been observed that in Muslim countries, women's quest for equal opportunity in assuming leadership positions posed a major challenge to the government and society in general that still recognize male dominance. In this connection, this study was designed to examine the leadership styles of selected women managers in the Philippines, more specifically in Marawi City, and their relationships with their job performance. In fact, existing local literature related to Muslim women leadership in the Philippines remains scanty due partly to the still prevailing notion that Muslim women should take a passive societal role in favor of their household responsibilities, not to mention the prevailing misconceptions against Muslim women as ineffective leaders compared to their male counterparts. Indeed, this research undertaking is significant in providing new insights on how Muslim women managers perceived themselves as well as their subordinates in their leadership role in various offices. This research study seeks to achieve two major objectives. First is to determine and examine the leadership style adopted by selected Muslim women managers in Marawi City, Philippines, especially in the performance of their planning, communication, and human relations function. Second is to identify the relationship between the manager's leadership style and their job performance. Many studies have disclosed that the leadership style of managers or supervisors has a profound impact on their performance, directly influencing their effectiveness in key areas such as planning, communication, and human relations. Democratic leadership, in particular, has been shown to significantly enhance job performance by fostering a collaborative and inclusive work environment. Managers who engage their teams in decision-making and maintain open lines of communication are more successful in achieving organizational goals. Ultimately, the leadership approach adopted by supervisors plays a crucial role in determining their overall success and the positive outcomes within their organizations. The study adopted a descriptive survey research method, which involved the administration of a structured survey questionnaire in collecting the primary data from both the managers, supervisors, and their subordinates employees. The total population of the study were the Muslim women managers occupying at least middle management positions in selected government agencies in Marawi City, namely Mindanao State University, the Department of Education, Land Bank of the Philippines, Department of Social Welfare and Development, National Food Authority, Philippine National Bank, and the Department of Trade and Industry. The final sample respondents of this study were 8 managers, supervisors, and their 215 subordinates. Based on the research objectives of the study, these are some of the significant findings of my study. In terms of leadership style, a big majority of both the selected managers or supervisors and their subordinates under study perceived the supervisors as dominantly practicing democratic leadership style, especially in the performance of their planning, communication, and human relations related functions. It can be inferred from this study findings that autocratic leadership was not the preference of the supervisors, which emphasized that they recognized the importance of democratic practices in planning, communication, and human relations in order to enhance employee and organizational performance. In summary, the aforementioned findings may suggest a strong alignment between supervisors' self-perception and subordinates' perceptions regarding the use of democratic leadership styles in planning, communication, and human relations function. This parallelism indicates that democratic leadership is both deliberately practiced by supervisors and positively recognized by subordinates, strengthening its effectiveness across key managerial functions. On the other hand, the rare adoption of autocratic leadership additionally shows the majority's preference for and success of democratic practices in fostering a collaborative and a supportive working environment. In terms of the Muslim women managers' job performance, the study has found that a big majority of the subordinate respondents perceived their supervisors' performance of their planning, communication, and human relations related functions as high. The study findings suggest a significant positive association between the democratic leadership style applied by supervisors and their high job performance as perceived by the subordinates. The strong performance ratings in planning, in communication, and human relations indicate that democratic style not only promotes a positive work environment but also boosts overall effectiveness in these key functions. For the significant relationship between supervisors' leadership style and their performance in the areas of planning, communication, and human relations, the pertinent study findings generally indicated a significant relationship. This implies that the main null hypothesis, which states that there is no significant relationship between leadership style and job performance of managers, supervisors, is generally rejected by the study findings. Hence, the rejection of the null hypothesis implies that the leadership style practiced by managers directly influences their job performance in the essential areas. The last part of my presentation is focused on the conclusion and recommendations. More importantly, the study concludes that there is a significant relationship between the manager's leadership style and their job performance. More specifically, in relation to their planning, communication, and human relations functions. This indicates that leadership style is a crucial factor influencing job performance, with democratic leadership style as the preferred effective leadership approach. Nonetheless, the study strongly supports the logical contention and democratic style is the most effective and acceptable leadership approach in enhancing both supervisors and employee effectiveness. In relation to the study recommendations, the following may be mentioned. That concerned managers should continuously apply and strengthen their democratic leadership style in the performance of their managerial functions, especially those related to planning, communication, and human relations. They should encourage employee participation in planning and decision making. They should not exclusively rely on top-down communication pattern, but rather encourage upward communication emanating from the lower echelon. Likewise, supervisors should uphold and sustain a democratic method in human relations by adapting dynamic flexibility and eliminating obstacles in support of employee career development. They should also regularly evaluate and adjust their leadership style based on the contingency leadership theory, which may suggest that autocratic leadership should also be adapted when urgently needed. And finally, they should recognize the significant relationship between democratic leadership style and high job performance. I wish to end my presentation by thanking once again the organizers of the conference for giving me the rare privilege of being an online presenter. Thank you very much, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.